Do you tend to put your hand up and say, this is not for me, I'm not good at this is not meant to be, so I'm going to stop this? Every time you decide to commit and stick to a new plan of action to achieve whatever you want to achieve. It could be dieting, it could be exercising, it could be learning a new skill, it could be anything that you're trying to do in order to create a change in your life. And when it takes effort to be consistent every day, and you find yourself failing on one of the occasions or deviating from your plan, you could feel this enormous amount of guilt and decide to say that you're not good at this and give up and stop doing it. If you're doing that, this video could be interesting and useful for you, and also to know that you're not alone and many people have this. This kind of thinking is called black and white thinking or all or nothing thinking. Hi, this is Nam from Kaya Academy. In this video, I want to talk to you about what is black and white thinking or all or nothing thinking, and how this can be a limiting belief for you to achieve what you want to achieve whenever you're trying to make a change in your life. So let's dive in and see what is black and white thinking. This is the way our brain is designed to tell you to stop doing something different. If you're used to doing things in a certain way, it is in your subconscious mind to do that in a certain, to whatever it is you do. You drive a car, you don't think about it, right? Because it's in your subconscious mind. Like that, most of the day we are doing things which is on an autopilot, and when you're trying to make a change, you need to override that autopilot loop and establish a new habit, right? So when we are doing a dieting, for example, you could be highly motivated to make a certain change, so you're taking the action in order to attract the dream body or to enjoy that greater health. You have an enormous amount of motivation at the start as a starter power. So the first 2 days energizes you, get the energy from there, and you're sticking to your plan 100% and makes you feel good and everything. By the third day, life happens and other situations and places and your work happens, so your energy is not fully focused on only that aspect of your life. And so what happens, it will be a little bit, the energy there will be a little bit weaker. And so when a small energy from external energy from outside comes to nudge it for the deviation, very easily we give up. And once we give up and we deviate and go and eat out or eat something that is not incongruent with what we are supposed to be doing, we feel guilty after having done that and decide that I have failed. I'm really bad at this. I can't win. And we just surrender and accept failure and just give it up and stop doing this. So we do this not only in dieting, we do it in exercise, we do it in trying to learn a new skill. Anything that we need to do in order to make a change in our life, there is resistance from our brain, because from our mind, because the brain is telling through the mind to stop you, because it is designed to conserve your energy. It is anything out of your habitual pattern is perceived by the brain as a threat for your survival. So it starts telling you to not do that so that you come back, so you're safe, right? So we need to understand that and not listen to what your mind is telling you in this aspect, because the mind is an enormous tool for us to be doing what we want to do, achieve what we want to create, what we want to create in the external world. But it is not meant to be telling you about how to feel about different things happening in your life. So don't listen to that. It's easy for me to say don't listen to that, right? But let me tell you a bit more so you can understand why. Just understand the fact that life doesn't happen in the extremes. It's not in black, it's not in white, it's somewhere in the middle, in the gray. Buddha says the middle path is the best way. After trying so many different types of yoga, different types of meditations, he came and extreme fast and extreme practices, he decided that the middle path is the right path. And this applies to every aspect in our life. So it comes to even things, practical things that we try to do to change, make changes in our life. So if we failed after the 2 days, our job is just to come back, just to accept the fact that not everything in our life will be congruent and support us in what we are trying to achieve. Also, the fact that the brain could conceive this change as something, perceive this change as something threatening for us. So you could have sabotaging thoughts. For our job is just to watch the thought and go past it. And even if you fall off, it is still okay to be ready and prepared to think that you are going to fall off a few times. It is not going to be all smooth and easy. You are going to fall off because of yourself, or it could be caused by other people or situations. Just even before you start, be open to the possibility that this could happen and you're going to fall off a few times. Your job is just to get back on, get back on, get back on. Just align and align and align. That is only that is our job. Also, give up the thought that time life is life is not a sprint. It's not something that happens in a short span of time. You start and finish in 5 minutes. The marathon, it is so many things come, aspects of our lives plays together in what we are trying to achieve. So soul is eternal. It has no birth or death. This body and name and gender, everything is in this lifetime. So whatever you can achieve, there is no end. It is not like if you haven't achieved something, you are a failure in life. There is always a chance to keep working on yourself. You need to think of it from that aspect, from the ancient wisdom, that you're an eternal being, and whatever you're trying to do, you are coming one step closer every time you put your step forward instead of standing there. We can never stand still. Change is inevitable. You're either up leveling or you're downgrading. That's what happens to our genes as well. We are either up leveling through good habits, good thoughts, or we are downgrading by having toxic thoughts and bad habits. So only one of these two can happen. We cannot say, oh, I can't do this and stay in that position. Not doing anything is not possible, because change continues to happen. Also remember, time is relative, so that aspect we have covered. Time is essential. I'm not saying waste your time saying there's always another lifetime, there's another week, another month to do things. Time is important because it helps us coordinate and work with other people, and people working from different time zones, different countries. Time is so essential for all of that. But from the aspect of making change in your life, you don't have to think that if I failed in one day, that is the be all and end all. So it's important to have extra self compassion. Throw out the thought of black and white thinking just before you start to make any change, and when you're trying to do something new for bettering your life and to attract good things in your life. Treat yourself with a lot of compassion. Throw out the black and white thinking. Next time, just the awareness. Most people have this thought, this pattern of thinking, but they're not aware of it. But after having watched this video, it will be in your consciousness. So next time you do it, you'll be like, this is what I'm doing right now. And just that awareness will stop you from doing that. And just by repeating it a few times, this becomes a part of who you are. And thinking of time as not as a limited aspect. It is relative. So just keep putting your efforts to put your just one step ahead of the other foot, and you're coming one step closer to your end goal. So I hope this video will be useful for you to and encourage you to whatever change you're trying to make. There's also this belief that it takes 30 days, 60 days. Nobody knows. It depends on what habit you're trying to establish. Some habits can be established in 30 days, some 60 days, some could take longer. So also give yourself permission to take as long as you need to make the change as well. So don't compare with someone else who's achieved it in a shorter time. We are all unique, and the time we take is also unique to us. So have a nice day, everyone. If you've not subscribed, I urge you to do that and also click the notification button now. Good day, everyone. Bye.